The Earth is flat.
I don't know. It's a hard one to talk about without ending up insulting a certain segment of the population.
If I really could, genuinely, if you're...
Greetings, Kajang. How be ye?
Pretty good. How about you?
Excellent, thank you. Prepared to carry on here? Let's go. Blast out another episode.
Alrighty. Hi, this is Scout.
And William.
From Hypermentilating.
The podcast.
A show that follows life and change. A show that follows life and change.
Through the eyes.
Yeah, of a father and a daughter.
I feel like you...
Join us as we find our way.
Together.
I feel like you should know the intro by heart by this point.
Probably should. But you co-opted it as your own thing. You just took it over. Pulled the rug right out from under me.
I carry this podcast.
Nobody knows the troubles you carry. You do carry it, Irish. You're a brick.
All rightness. So first topic of the day is: should it be more normal to teach more than one, as in singular, language to the plebeians, to the plebeians in school? Should it be more normal to teach more than a single language in schools?
Well, it appears homeschooling's not helping you with English, is it? What? So if you were to just cut that sentence down to something that made sense, should kids learn more than one language in school?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Proceed. You should have used my word, though.
I
just feel like you should have used my word.
What was your word? Normal?
No.
More?
I'll tell you after. So.
Well, that's annoying. I apologize for everybody out there, because there's nothing more annoying than that, is there? Oh, wait, it's a secret.
Yeah, you guys can't know.
All right.
All right. So, should it be normal to teach multiple languages, as in more than one, at schools?
I think so.
I think so, too. I think
it is in most schools, is it not?
I don't know, and I don't mean like French class where it's like half an hour. You mean
mandatory?
Of a workbook.
Like the school should be bilingual.
Yeah, like I mean, like in Canada, there should be actually not an American woman that learned French, like an actual French woman who learned English.
Oh, okay, but I mean, a person who learned it as a second language can teach it. They can yeah. That's not. Yeah.
But like, I'm just saying that there should be actual like bilingual, fluent.
Yes.
People teaching a language, and I don't mean like
fluency should be a requirement for teaching a language. I agree.
Yeah, and you know what? You probably like, obviously, but no. It's not obvious.
We know from Mexico that lots of classes in English are taught by non-native speakers whose English is not that great sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes that's just the way it is.
And
right?
I feel like the requirements to do the class should be more than just like a workbook, like a worksheet a week. Like it should be every day you have that class.
Well, like in Canada, when I was growing up, French was mandatory from the time you were little till grade something when you could decide to opt out of it. But it was mandatory. But it was just one class a day in French, which was good. I mean, it wasn't like what you had where half your day was in Spanish and half was in English. It was just one class in French, and I'm okay with that. So I do think that every child should be learning a second language growing up. I think it's of huge benefit to the brain, and it gives them the opportunity to create those pathways, those neural pathways that make learning language easier when you get older.
Yeah.
So I totally think that it should be.
I feel like, I mean, that's actually a good example. In my last school in Mexico, they had half of the class was in Spanish by a native Spanish speaker.
Yeah.
Speaker. And the other half of the day was in a native English speaker that was fluent in English.
Yeah.
And that was great. But at other schools I had, my English teachers were not.
But that's a separate issue. I'm not trying to step on you there either, but that's a separate issue, right? Yeah. Yes, you're right. Sometimes the teachers of English were not native and not that great at English, for sure. But that's not that. Sometimes that's, you're trying to hire teachers, and that's you get the best you can get. It wasn't through lack of effort. It's just unfortunate sometimes. I think that's a separate issue, right?
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you. It would be much better if the teachers were fully fluent to teach the subject, but that's not always the case. And better something than nothing, right?
Yeah.
So your question is, should it be the norm in any school for a second language to be taught, correct?
Yes.
And I totally think it should. I think it's of massive benefit to kids to be learning another language.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, we still do it here, even homeschooling, right? Where you guys are learning German too.
Yeah.
Like it's huge. It's such a great thing. It allows you to explore the world in ways that you wouldn't otherwise, right? You're learning about another culture because just learning the language forces you to learn something about the culture. You're learning how languages develop. It's amazing. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that every school should have at least another language.
Definitely.
Even if it's like an extracurricular, but they should have options like English, French, German.
Yeah, totally. But then
Mandarin,
then you get more and more into the complications, which you already brought up, where you have non-native speakers teaching a language, and,
right.
and it's often can be troublesome. So imagine if you went beyond, for example, in Mexico, English and Spanish, and you went into Mandarin or German, or now where do you find those teachers? If you're having trouble finding a teacher who can teach English, I mean, it's, like, how do you find a teacher who properly can teach Mandarin? And how do you, it's a tough one. Like, it's, we were talking the other day, weren't we, or yesterday, about how, like, Germans learn English and they just learn English and their English is fantastic. It's almost across the country. People speak English and German because in school, fluency in English is considered an imperative. It's not considered like an optional thing. It's, you just learn English because you should learn English is their attitude. And Scandinavia, I know, is like that too.
I always find it funny when I see videos of people getting tattoos and it's like in Mandarin or something.
Yeah.
And then it's like an actual native Mandarin speaking person and they translate it and it's something completely different. Like it's supposed to be like love for love, heart for heart, path for path. And it says something like, eat your breakfast or something like that.
I find that worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's
so
funny too. That's funny too, for sure. It's a good consideration. It's so valuable. Like, it's so valuable to be able to speak more than one language.
Definitely.
I think it opens up so much of the world to you. Hey, what you were saying earlier too is I wasn't trying to shut you down. I just feel like that's more of a hear me out. It's a different conversation, right? Because there's no question it's brutal when a teacher is teaching a subject that they're not qualified to teach. But that's not even just language. That's
no.
We've seen that. You're trying to get a math teacher. How many times have you guys had math teachers and the person themselves doesn't have any facility with math? We've come across that where you've had math. That's it. Your whole year is toast.
Nah. I had a computer teacher who couldn't even work a Google slideshow.
Yeah.
Like, so unqualified.
Yeah.
It was upsetting how unqualified she was. Like.
Yeah, and that's not good. But sometimes it's not intentional. It's hard to find teachers sometimes. That's a whole other topic. We should put that one down. Yeah, actually, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It is a good one. It's really hard to find teachers.
Well, all right. So should it be normal to teach more than one language in a classroom or in a school?
Yeah. For sure. I think it should be.
See.
No question.
See what I did there?
Huh?
See what I did there?
What did you do?
You said, no question, you should definitely teach more than one language. And I said, see.
Oh, I do see what you did there.
And then I said, do you see what I did there?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very tricky, Irish.
So to all you plebeians out there, C means yes.
You know what plebeians means?
Like civilian.
Not really, no.
What is it then?
Look it up. You're just blasting out
The
words.
Measley brothers say it.
The Measley brothers. Some dudes you just stumble across the last couple of days. Some blockheads online. A plebe is, it's not a very, really calling somebody a plebe is an insult, man. You just insulted our whole audience. Like, oh, you
That's
plebes.
even funnier. Mm-hmm. I'm going to start using that word all the time.
It's a good word, but it's like
Plebeians.
you can't just, it's an insult.
Plebeian. That's a good one.
Are you going to tell people what the dictionary definition is? What you just called them?
Okay, a plebeian, pronounced plebe-in.
Or a plebe is it's a plebe.
It means in ancient Rome, it was a commoner.
Yeah, it's an insult, man. You're a plebe. Oh, you plebe.
Plebe.
You peasant.
I can't wait to use that on everyone I know.
Nah. Well, you're just going to spread the charm.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Kajang.
All right. Next topic is why do some people still think the Earth is flat?
I don't know. It's a hard one to talk about without ending up insulting a certain segment of the population.
If I really could, genuinely, if you're...
Careful now.
Dad,
Because there's some really good people who think this.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Yes. But to a certain extent, if you believe the Earth is flat, intellectually, I can't level with you. You could be so smart, I do not care. All of your smartness gets washed away, and you all of a sudden become a plebeian because you believe the Earth is flat.
No, okay. Lots of common folk are incredibly intelligent. They're common folk by choice, man. It's not like we're some uncommon folk.
Well, yeah, we can be plebeians too. Let's take back the word.
Dude, this flat Earth thing. I mean, it's nuts to me that anybody would think the Earth is flat. It's nuts. So let's just discuss it from that point of view.
Yes.
Like how I don't know how people come to this.
Me neither.
Because they need to consider all photos from space as faked, which today that's getting easier to do because, fake news, and so
AI.
and so much is fake.
Yeah.
But there's conceptual proofs, like looking at the horizon and seeing how it arcs. Like, come on, man. Or
being in the
eclipses. Yeah, but a lot of people don't get in an airplane. So I'm just trying to, just from things you can see day to day, like an eclipse, looking out at the moon. Do you really think the moon's a plate? Like it's just a flat thing in the sky? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on. But fair enough, because you look at the moon and it's easy to imagine that it's other than round. I can see that. But we have, one of the greatest proofs was a couple of thousand years ago, was the sundial. Was taking measurements, just putting a stick in the ground, and then being able to judge the curvature of the Earth. There's ways of, you put a stick and walk away from it, and then eventually over flat ground it disappears. Well, why does it disappear, man? Because you're walking on a curve.
Yeah.
Like if you were walking on a flat, it wouldn't disappear. Your eyesight would give away before it did.
Yeah.
When a ship sails away from you and it disappears over the horizon, well, it's not because do you not see how the ship was tall and then gradually it sank? Did you think it was sinking? Like it's disappearing over the horizon. Like it's not your eyesight. You can see, look at now I can only see half the hull. Now I can't see the hull. Now I can only see half the mast. Now I can't see the mast. Well, that wasn't because it disappeared from your eyesight.
I think for me, it kind of falls into the same category as not believing the moon landing. Like it's kind of, I feel like the people that believe the Earth is flat would be the same people that don't believe in the moon landing.
I think
the same people that
Yeah, I think that's probably
that
true.
don't believe in evolution, like all that stuff.
I think
feel
that's
like that's
probably true.
That's kind of the category. And I'm not saying that being a flat earther makes you a bad person, because it doesn't. I've met flat earthers that are really nice people.
I don't know that you can equate it to the evolution thing, because that's a whole other.
Yeah.
Although I get the point you're making, I don't. It's a good point, but that one requires. That's just
that one doesn't have physical.
To me, it's obvious. You look at a bonobo, an ape, and you look at their face, their hands, the way they carry themselves. They're essentially hairy humans with a little less computer processing. So to
You're
me,
such a nerd.
Evolution couldn't be more obvious to me. But I get why people don't want to factor in those things. That's fine.
Yeah.
They don't want to. I don't know how you can dismiss DNA tests now that we have that show 99%, the same genetic makeup. But that's okay. But the round thing, it's just like it's as simple as how do you not fall off? Like, do you just think that the entire planet is laid out on a plate? Like, it's hard for me to imagine how you would think that that's possible. But
I mean, we'd walk right off.
Well, the explanations that flat earthers have for why you don't walk off or why you don't sail off the edges, they're spectacular, man. Some of the conclusions that they have to twist themselves into to make their plate in the sky theory work. Whoa.
I always think whenever I found out about flat earthers, because I've always known that the planet's round. Like, you're just taught as a little kid that, like, the planets are
you could say
circular.
That's brainwashing, right? Like, you've been...
Yeah. But anyways, I was always, like, as a little kid... Whenever we first watched the Truman Show, I always assumed that they thought it kind of was like that. Like, it was just a wall of sky.
Right.
Like, in my head, that's what flat earthers think. But like, it's just a wall of sky.
I mean, you say you were little. When you were little, you've known that since you were little, but you haven't known that. It's what you've been programmed to know, right? Yeah, that is a distinction. Because for people who believe in a flat Earth, they've been programmed differently. So you'd have kids who were told by their parents, oh, the world's flat. These images you see are false. And so those kids are going to grow up thinking that. And then they have to be divested of that understanding at some point. Somebody has to say to them, no, man, it's not flat. It's round. And they're, well, no, that's not right. And then you have to go through all of these proofs. You already accepted it. So for you, it's like one of the biggest things when you were a kid, did you not? When I was a kid, I definitely had conceptually, when I was 5 or 6, I had trouble with this. The idea that, okay, I'm standing up on here on top of the ball. Fine, I understand that. But what about the people over in China? Why aren't they falling off the ball?
Yeah, I found that.
Yeah. So that for a flat earther, that's not an issue. It's like, well, there is nobody's on the underneath. And I get that. I get that it's conceptually trying to intellectualize why the people on the other side of the ball aren't falling off. That's hard to do because even sitting here now, I'm like, okay, it's gravity, it's us spinning through space, and there's all of these reasons. And so I can come up with all of the mathematics of it and why we're not falling off the bottom of the ball. But they're a leap of faith. It's a mathematical leap of faith. Oh, yes, it's gravity. And then you push your glasses on and move on, right? Yeah. But it's like, wow, okay, that's still pretty weird. And then there's the idea of who's on the bottom and who's on the top of the ball. The people in China are sitting there going, well, I'm on the top of the ball. You dudes in Canada are on the bottom of the ball. You're the ones who be falling off. So it opens up a whole can of worms that... It requires as much faith as anything else to just know that, okay, there's this thing called gravity. We're spinning through at outrageous speeds that we don't feel, and all of that's keeping us stuck to the ball. Okay. So that's, in a way, that's just as weird a concept as saying, well, it's just a flat plate, and we're just sitting on it. Yeah. So that's why I think the flat Earth thing is kind of... I find it kind of nuts that a person would believe that, but I also understand why they would come to believe that.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the third one is, understanding.
Let there be no one you can't understand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, so trying to understand flat earthers, I think, is not a bad thing because,
No.
but yeah, it's, whoa.
Although I do find it extremely hard to reason with someone that's a flat earther.
It's very hard to reason.
It's just the thing is, as soon as someone says the earth is flat, immediately I'm like,
well, they're in a faith-based thing. It's almost religious, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
there's no, it's flat and that's the end of it. There can be no discussion
Right.
because for them, there's no broaching the subject. It's, we're done talking here. It's flat and I don't understand how you don't understand that.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of a religious thing because a lot of religions are based on a thing which people who aren't believers in that religion are like, wow, really? You know, the guy did what?
yeah.
Like, you know, so people believe, right?
I
Belief is a
guess.
powerful thing, and that's what we have with flat earthers.
Yeah.
Belief.
Exactly.
Yeah, big plate whipping through space.
Well, all right then.
I wonder if they think we're even moving. They probably think we're just floating here.
Yeah. They probably think we're just there.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, then how do you explain night and day?
Oh, for real, that's a really good one. I mean,
What?
well, is the sun flat too?
Yeah.
It's
Is
just
the moon
flat and facing in our direction, I guess.
Yeah, because it measures up to the people that think that we're the center of the solar system. That, like, oh,
Geocentric.
the sun only points towards us because we're the only thing in the solar system.
Yeah, but that's
There's
how people
things
thought.
around the sun. Like it.
Yeah, it's easier to
makes no
understand
sense.
flat earthers like 300-400 years ago than it is
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
for sure. But
Okay, segments. On the spot. Oh, okay. Do you remember not just getting your first pet, but do you remember the first pet you ever had? Because I don't remember getting my first pet, but I remember my first pet.
yeah. So which is the question?
It's whichever one. Do you remember getting a pet, or which pet do you remember most?
I would have to be remember because I don't remember. Our first pet was a dog, and I don't remember getting the dog. Tippy. I can't remember. We didn't have the dog very long. There was an incident and that required the dogs leaving. Yeah, there was just a...
What was the incident?
Well, the dog turned out was not kid-friendly. And we never got a dog for the longest time. We were all, can we get a dog? Can we get a dog? But then Heather was a few years younger. So we were always waiting. And then finally the time came and we got a lemon. It didn't take to the children. And so I don't remember that dog that well. But then we got Cindy. And I remember Cindy coming home. I remember everything about Cindy. It was around my 14th birthday. It wasn't my birthday, but it was around my birthday. And I always remembered that. And I loved that dog.
Was she the one that you went, come on, come here, get down?
Yeah. She was such a great dog. Really nice size. Like not too big, not too small. Great dog. I loved her. She was amazing. So I remember her coming in the house. We were so stoked because we'd been working. Like I was 14, so Anita was 13, Nick was 11, and Heather was like 8 or 9, and we'd been working on this for years.
Yeah,
trying to.
I know the feeling.
But there was always pets in the house, so that was for me personally, right? Because I wasn't a huge pet guy, but there was always, long before that, pets in the house. Nicola loved birds. So there was always budgies and canaries sitting in the kitchen chirping away. Yeah, Nick had records, LPs, and she would try and get the bird to sing and make noises. And there was various birds. They don't tend to have a long lifespan. And we'd let it out and it'd fly around the house. And they'd be trying to escape and banging into the window. We had to remember to shut the curtains. Yeah, and this thing would fly around the house, and Nick she'd follow it around, and she took care of it. She was really good with that. And Anita loved having like gerbils and guinea pigs and things like that. Yeah. So there was always creatures like that in a cage somewhere. And so there was always stuff. Never a cat. Never had a cat. I'm not even sure why, but I would imagine either my mom or my dad were just like,
I don't want one.
Not cat people. Yeah. Never had a cat. My dad grew up with dogs, so having a dog was
Dog person.
Yeah. It's funny we never had a cat. But yeah, so that's what I remember. There was always creatures around, but the one that I really associated with was Cindy when she showed up. She was fantastic. You?
Well,
The head of the block?
I remember, but like I don't really. I have certain memories of Jack.
Yeah.
Like I remember sitting on him, riding him.
Yeah.
Laying on him. That's really it though.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna count that.
Yeah, no, for sure that doesn't count.
But
because he's not your pet. Like you don't remember him as your pet. Yeah.
But I remember when I was like 6 maybe, we had just moved into Las Moras. It was our first Christmas there. And that whole year I had been watching videos of hamsters on YouTube.
Yeah.
Religiously.
Yeah.
Every single morning with our hour of YouTube time and every single night with our like time between brushing our teeth and going to bed, I'd watch videos of hamsters. And I just wanted one so bad. I thought they were so cute. And I asked you the whole year, Dad, please. And you were very like, no, we're not getting a hamster. Like, we're not getting one. But I never gave up. And
but I didn't. It wasn't like that.
You weren't
there
like
was
mean.
reasons.
Yeah, you're like, no, we can't. We're not gonna get a pet. Like I
you
just
guys
don't
aren't
want
going
one.
to take care of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, like there was a whole bunch of.
So Christmas came around, and I was so sure. I was like, on my birthday, where I'm gonna open a present, and there's gonna be a hamster in a box or something like that. I don't know why. I just
felt
thought
like
it.
your manipulations had worked.
So my birthday comes, I open my present, no hamster. Then Christmas, literally like 3 days later. And we're opening presents, and it's my last present. You told me, open this one last. And I opened it. I was so well, first thing that I found, it was a little like plushie, and it had sequins that were very in at the time, where like if you flipped them up, they were a different color, and if you put them back down,
Oh yeah,
they were,
I love that thing. I remember I'd always put a heart in it and say hi. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I love it so much, Dad. It was already my favorite present. I was like, I threw the box away. I was like, I just put it to the side, and you're like, look in the box. Like, what else is in there? I was like, nothing. I looked. And you were like, no, there's definitely something in there. Like, I know there's something in there. And so I looked inside, and it was a bag of hamster food. And I didn't catch on at first. I was like, what?
I don't eat this.
And then Madge said, it's hamster food. And I got so excited. And as soon as we had cleaned up and ate our traditional breakfast, we got in the car and we went and looked for a hamster. And his name was Max, and I loved him so much.
Max, yeah.
I remember him so well. He would like roll around the house, and he was so chill. Oh my God, that poor thing.
Oh yeah, he would roll in that ball, bonking into everything.
Yeah. Oh, that poor thing. He probably... I had no mercy on him. I would just pick him up and put him in my pockets and take him around the house.
You were fine with him. You guys were great. You guys were both gentle.
I remember every single time I had spare cash, I would go to the pet store, Petco, and I would buy something for him, like a new toy. And I remember one time I bought a hammock, and Madison and I had bunk beds, and I was on the bottom one, and I hooked it to the bars on the top of my bunk bed. I'd have him lay there. And these things are, like, invincible. Like, sometimes he'd escape from the cage, and he'd jump off the table, and he'd be totally fine. We'd pick him up and put him back in his cage.
It's a great starter pet for kids.
So good.
A hamster. I highly recommend that. Like, for parents who are they're not really ready for the cat or the dog thing yet, and a hamster's a pretty good way to go, man. You get one of those balls that rips around, and
they're not noisy either.
No,
you put them in like the cages, get some of the tubes. They love those things.
Yeah, they do. And the other thing is, though, good and bad, within a year or two you're going to be also teaching your kids about mourning. Yeah.
Oh, we had a whole like pet cemetery in our backyard.
We did have a pet cemetery.
We had like
really
3 or 4 hamsters in there. We had fish in the backyard. Fred.
Remember
we had
Fred?
a whole lizard. And I don't mean like a gecko.
No,
it was like
he was
a full
he was like a foot
lizard.
A foot or plus long, and he just hung out and lived in our backyard for a couple of years.
Hovered.
I was so sad when he
Yeah.
Oh, Fred.
We had 2 fish too, blue and red.
Oh, we had more than 2, dude.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Those things, I cannot keep a fish alive for very long.
When Madish and I were at Mom's, you messaged us. You said, Fred's dead, baby. Fred's dead. And then when we got back, we buried him. And with Blue, you said, Blue's through. Blue's through.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Really?
And with Red, our fish, you said, Red's dead, baby.
So, well, that's good. I was teaching you how to laugh at death.
Oh, yeah.
Death.
Yeah, and then Madish and I would always find a rock and we paint it and we put it over the dirt.
Oh yeah, we had many ceremonies. Although Angus went in the front yard.
Yeah, because Angus deserved it.
He got a sweeter spot.
Yeah, Angus deserved it though. He was gold.
Yeah, Angus was awesome.
Jane lived like 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's right, Jane. Little Jane Halen.
I came up with that name. I was super proud of it.
Little Jane Halen.
And
yeah, Angus was awesome.
And Max.
And then there was that...
that thing was insane.
That insane, weird thing that only lasted a couple hours. That thing was, that never should have left the store.
Not because he died, but because we took her back.
We should have known with the red eyes, and then once it started screeching in the car, I don't know why we left. We shouldn't have even left the parking lot. It just never stopped screeching. Yeah. That was weird. That's the kind of thing that keep you up at night, man. That's the kind of thing that if you're so inclined, you make a horror movie out of.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Jane.
All right. And for our last segment of the day, we have Hear Me Out. This one's not a rant at all. This one is a celebration.
All right.
This one is something that makes me insanely happy. Me personally, anyone that knows me knows that I love me a good water bottle. I have 3 water bottles that I can...
8,502.
Yeah, but that I have right now here. And I have this one, my favorite one right now. It's an Awala, and it's beautiful. It's orange, pink, and blue, and they're all pastel colors. And it's so amazing. It keeps water super, super cold.
That is a good one.
Like, I love her so much. She fits in every single pocket. She's a good size. She lasts me all night. If I drink one of them a day, I'm set for water. And I don't know, I just love water bottles so much. Like, the feeling of having a long day and then filling up your water bottle with ice water and laying in bed, like watching your comfort movie or something about it is so comfortable. Like, it's so comfortable. I just love the feeling so freaking much. It's so nice. Like, it just makes me so happy. Ice water and your favorite water bottle.
Yeah, a good water bottle's critical. It's funny, when I was growing up, you didn't drink water like that. Like, you drank it, but you had your glass. So I go and have a glass of water from the sink. What did you do at school? First, it was not Canada. It wasn't like Mexico where you got to carry water around. But it was also just culturally, you just didn't do it. It wasn't pushed on you as much. I mean, it seems crazy now, but if you were thirsty, you're at school. Like, okay, what did you do at school? You go to the water fountain. You're thirsty, you'd go blast some water. You just didn't carry water around. Nobody did. Nobody had them. They were hard. You couldn't buy them anywhere. You could find a thermos for soup or for coffee or that for sure was a thing, but to actually carry a separate thing for water, it just wasn't something you did. Now I can't even imagine it because I'm like you, man. Like, now I get a good water bottle and that's critical. It's with, like, mine sitting on my table here right now. Yours is on the table. Like, I wouldn't even think about, I don't even move around the house without my water bottle, let alone outside.
Yeah, like, if I go to have a bath, best believe my water bottle in my left hand.
For sure. Like, yeah, the 3 of us go.
I bring
we don't
my water
go
bottle
anywhere.
in the shower.
Actually, that's not true. Madish goes everywhere without his water bottle because he just drinks out of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, my water bottle is like my best friend.
Oh, for sure. A water bottle is a binky. It's my binky.
Yeah, like on the airplane, I love ordering like the drinks and stuff, but I really don't like getting bottled water on an airplane. Yeah. I like filling my water bottle up.
Yeah, me too.
Like giving it to them and asking them to fill it up or something, because like something about drinking out of it is so comforting. because it's like mine. I don't know. I just really like it.
Yeah, that for sure. I like the practicality of it. I like that I always have water with me.
Yeah.
But as you say, like getting a good one is sweet. Like mine right now is a bit ghetto, but it works. And I like ones you can flip the top up and down quickly, so you can, while you're walking, you can do it. So I like that. Like there's things they need to have. It's got to be good enough that you don't just want a couple of swigs and it's empty. So it's definitely critical. But yours, I got to get another one like yours where it keeps the water colder. That's nice too.
Yeah, no, I had for a while there. She's right over there. I had my Stanley. I bought her with my own money. I got her with my own money, and I thought I was like, yep, Stanley, this is so perfect and practical. Let me just tell you, if you ever think about buying a Stanley for your main water bottle, keep this in mind. You have to travel with it, and you cannot put it anywhere.
No, they're ridiculous. They're ridiculous.
Anywhere.
Like when I go on a walk, I put this in the side pouch of my little backpack, right? That thing, you can't put it anywhere.
It's heavy when you put water in it.
It's heavy to carry. It's just an awkward, goofy size.
Yeah.
They're just a scam.
Like when I first got it, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, because you wanted it.
Yeah, because I was like, I've got a Stanley.
You finally got a
here
Stanley.
I go.
Yeah.
But now that I have it, I'm like,
no, even cleaning it, the goofy way the lid is, and you gotta, it takes you 5 minutes to take all the parts apart to get the gunk out of it. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
I unscrew the top, take out the straw, and I screw the top back on and put the straw back in. Like, that's it.
I don't like the straw ones because I feel like they're harder to, they get gunked up.
I like this, that's why I like this, because it has both.
Yeah.
You can drink out of it.
Could you take the straw out of it and not even use it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's what, like, if you just use this part.
I like yours because it's like, for me, one-handed is a big thing. Like, you got to be able to open it with one hand and flip the top open. If it's something you need two hands for, then that's why, like, some of those ones that you got the screw lids, they're great. They'll keep stuff cold or warm forever.
The hydro flasks?
Yeah, they're amazing. They're durable. They last forever. They keep things, but I don't like having to use two hands.
A trend that I will always follow is water bottle trends. Like, I went through all of the phases. I had the hydro flask phase. I had the Stanley phase. And I'm currently in my Owala phase. But I really hope that the Owala phase never dies out because they're so good. So good.
Are they?
Yeah.
Like,
highly recommend. If you want a water bottle and you don't know what to get, and you're even thinking about getting an Owala, just do it. I promise you'll love it. I promise.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
And even better if you can go to a store and get them, because some of the color combos are actually kind of ugly. So if you go to the store and you switch out the tops and stuff, you can make yourself an actually...
We should get them to sponsor us.
Yeah. You know what? They have a black and white one and gray.
All right.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
A tremendous water bottle recommendation.
Yep.
Yeah, good water bottle. Good one.
Yep.
That's a good Hear Me Out Irish.
Thank you.
I love you very much.
I love you too.
Episode the 56th.
Yep.
In the bag.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you
next time.
Yeah.